Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 2020 preview and predictions. It is the 30th edition of the official G1 Climax. There were round robin tournaments before this one, but this is the 30th of this particular one. And we have got, as per usual, 20 men divided into two blocks. 20 walk in, one will come out on the other side, prepared to challenge whoever the world champion is by Wrestle Kingdom at Wrestle Kingdom. John, how much work would you say went into these predictions?
I would say a good bit. I had to do some editing. Some people I have really lopsided as the losers that I believe them to be. And other people I have, as you could say, pretty overpowered. But on the whole, I got the winner that I wanted. I got the winner that I've been saying for a while. And that was really most important to me. So I'm just curious how everything else will fall out.
Yeah, I do want you and everyone else to know I did make a predictions template for this. It is linked in the description, so if those of you haven't made your predictions yet, but you still would like to, and you don't want to have to track them all on your own, all you have to do is just go to the document that is, linked in the description, click that, pull it up, go to File, make a copy, and ta-da, you can edit your own copy of it, and then you can keep track of how many you get right and stuff like that as well. So, unfortunately, there is one problem that I have not been able to figure out yet. I probably could if given the time, but I literally made this like 2 hours before we went live here, where if you have a time limit draw, only one guy will get the point for it and the other guy won't. So you just kind of have to remember, if you have any time limit draws, who got, who the time limit draw members were. And, the one that ends up not getting the point, you got to just remember, like, mentally to add that point. Anyway, that being said, John, this is not as loaded, I would say, top to bottom as last year's G1. But the A block this year might be the single most loaded block we have ever seen in the history of this tournament.
I would completely agree with that. I mean, we have Okada, Ibushi, Shingo, Jay White, Ishii, Suzuki, Jeff Cobb, Taichi, Ospreay, and Takahashi. It's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, you swap Tanahashi or Goto even, or Naito, or Sonata, or Zack Kenta, or Evil, any of those guys. You swap any of those guys out for Yujiro Takahashi, and suddenly there is literally no weak link in the A block.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that.
Yujiro is the only one that you can look at and be like, oh yeah, that guy doesn't necessarily belong here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, all that being said, though, are we ready to get into some predictions?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I know we started a little late here. Apologies for that, but John and I both were working on things. He had something he was doing. I was actually finishing up the background for this video right as we were supposed to go live. So, we were doing our own thing. We wanted to make sure to be as thorough as possible before we went live. We figure it's a little bit better if we're kind of late but fully prepared than if we go live on time unprepared. Right, John?
Always.
All right. So let's just get on into this now. Our first match on day one, we have the A block. Will Ospreay versus Yujiro Takahashi.
I have Ospreay, thus giving him a record of 1-0, and Takahashi 0-1.
Jeff Cobb, Taichi. Oh, I have Ospreay too, by the way. So that is a consensus for us.
I have, just to get a hang on it, you said Jeff Cobb versus Taichi. I have Taichi beating Cobb, so Taichi 1-0, Cobb 0-1.
I have Taichi winning as well. Ishii Suzuki, a.k.a. what the fuck? Why is this happening on day one? This is going to be amazing.
I actually have Ishii winning this, so 1-0, Suzuki 0-1.
Exactly the same, man. And by the way, I appreciate that you're doing it, but I feel like we would save time if you didn't name the records after everything.
Sure. I can do it at the end if you want me to give.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just talk point totals by the end.
Sure.
In the meantime, we'll save a little time. Fourth match on day one: Shingo versus Jay White.
Jay White.
Same. Damn, we're all consensus all the time so far. Fifth match: Okada versus Ibushi.
Really struggle with this one, but I made I shouldn't say last minute, but I did make an edit today, so I'm going with Ibushi to win this.
Ah, see, it's funny. We did the opposite thing there. I had Ibushi listed for a little bit, and then by the end, I was just like, I know that sometimes there are upsets on day one, but day one isn't the upset haven that Osaka typically is. I think that we just got spoiled by like Marufuji and Sonata winning their first matches in the G1 back in like 2016, I think it was, or 15. And it was like, oh my God, this is like crazy. This is how things must be. And they haven't really been that way since then. So I just kind of stopped worrying about picking upsets. I went with Okada, the Rainmaker, to close night one.
Totally fair. All right, September 20th, B block.
Night two, Juice Robinson versus Yoshihashi.
I have Juice going over.
I picked, this is one of those cases where I had to pick with my head rather than my heart, because if I picked with my heart, Juice would go like, I don't know, 5 or 6 and 4 or 3. Like, he would win a bunch of matches because I love Juice. But being realistic, he's probably only going to win like 4 matches. How many points did I end up giving Juice? See, even trying to be logical, I ended up giving Juice 10 points. So even trying really hard to not give Juice more wins than is realistic, I still ended up probably giving Juice more wins than is realistic by giving him 5. But this is my first time that I'm going to have him lose. I have him losing to Yoshihashi here. And it's also like, Yoshihashi's got to beat someone, right? It's like,
All right, next match.
Toru Yano versus Sonata.
I have Sonata winning.
Same. Goto versus Kenta.
I struggle with this a bit, but I ultimately went with Kenta winning.
Same. I love it. Saber or ZSJ versus Evil.
Only because Evil very recently came off winning the IWGP Heavyweight title. I have him winning.
Same. I also have Evil winning. Main event tonight too. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Tetsuya Naito.
I have Naito winning.
Same. I love it. I love how strong our consensus is this year. It's never been this strong before, I don't think.
It'll probably go off the rails soon enough. Give it time.
I believe it. Jeff Cobb versus Shingo Takagi, our first match of night 3.
I have Shingo winning.
You have Shingo winning. I do as well. Shingo Takagi. I think we've only disagreed on 2 matches so far. Okada versus Yujiro.
Okada.
I picked Yujiro.
Wow.
I'll tell you why, though, dude. He's been kind of owning Okada lately with, like, the Bullet Club antics and shit, and I just kind of expect that to continue.
We'll see.
We will see. I mean, I'm going out on a limb here for sure, no doubt about it. But I just figure, Okada's got to take some L's. He can't win every match, so it's like I kind of see Yujiro as the Toru Yano to his Tanahashi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Suzuki Taichi.
I unfortunately have Taichi winning this.
Oh, wow. See, and in my mind, if Suzuki doesn't win this, how can he call himself the leader of Suzuki-gun?
Yeah, fair, but New Japan just has this weird fascination with Taichi, so I just gave him the win.
Yeah, to be fair, I did end up with Taichi at 4 wins, so it's not like I bitched him out or anything. Next up, though, Ishii Ospreay.
I have Ospreay winning this, unfortunately.
Oh, you said unfortunately. I know why, but it's still sad. I did pick Ishii here, though. Ibushi versus White. This, I feel like if they would have just done the days differently order-wise, this would have been like a block final,
This is, again, another really tough call for me, but I did go with Jay White here.
You went with Jay. I went with Ibushi.
That only makes sense and why I struggle with it. Jay did beat Ibushi at Wrestle Kingdom, so I am wondering if, night 2, to be specific, and I'm wondering if Ibushi's going to get his win back, so we'll see.
Yeah. Goto Sonata.
Wait, where is that? Hold on. Okay, yeah, because we're going to the next night, people like, okay, so I got a little mixed up there.
Yeah.
I have Goto winning.
Hiroki Goto. I also picked Goto for that. Tanahashi Yano.
I actually picked Yano winning this.
Same. Yes, I love when we consensus on Yano's face. It's hilarious. Next up, Juice Kenta.
I have Kenta winning this.
You have Kenta. I have Kenta as well. I think my logic for some of these was like force of good versus force of evil, and in this one I was just like, Kenta's just too evil for Juice to overcome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yoshihashi versus literally evil.
Evil.
Same. Naito versus ZSJ.
I actually have ZSJ winning here.
I do too, dude. I do too. I just think Zach is like Naito's kryptonite. Like the submission style, just Naito isn't as adept at that. So I went with Zach there. Taichi Yujiro.
I have Taichi winning.
I also have Taichi winning because why the fuck wouldn't he? Jeff Cobb versus Minoru Suzuki.
I have Suzuki winning.
I'm going to just be transparent about this. I actually did have Cobb winning this for a while, but then I wanted to do something specific that required Suzuki winning one more match, and Cobb was just a little man on the totem pole. So I went with Suzuki as well. Ibushi versus Ishii, a.k.a. the match of the year before we even see it.
Yeah, really. I have Ibushi winning.
Yeah, I have Ishii winning, actually. I think Ibushi beat Ishii last year in the G1. So I think, I could be wrong, but I wanted to pick Ishii this year. I think Ishii's going to get a little more pushed in the G1 this year. I don't think he's going to win the block, but I think that he's going to be in it until the very end and then, you know, not win the block on the last day kind of deal.
I feel like he's done that at least one prior year, I feel like, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so you went with Ibushi, I got Ishii on that. Next up, Ospreay Shingo.
I actually went with Shingo here.
I went with Ospreay here. Next up, Okada White.
I have Jay White.
I went with Okada. God, we got all of our consensuses out of the way early, and now we're just completely different on everything. Yoshihashi Sanada.
I have Sonata winning.
You have Sanada winning. I have Yoshihashi winning. Again, not my proudest moment, but he's got to beat someone, and Sanada is one of those guys where it's like, I kind of look at Sanada as like, almost like a sports star who has all the talent in the world, and he's like physically gifted, and when he's on, he's unstoppable, but he makes a lot of mental errors, and he's not always all there. And I think this is just going to be one of those matches where Yoshihashi just fucking wants it more.
Could be.
Zach versus Kenta.
I have Kenta winning.
You have Kenta. I have Zach, actually. I have Zach winning this. I'm trying to remember what my reasoning there was. Oh, you know what it was? I think it's because Zach is so used to being, like, tricky and sneaky and shit that he's not going to let Kenta get away with doing the same stuff. Like, Kenta, I feel like Kenta is the kind of guy that loves resorting to, like, ref distractions and ref bumps and low blows and roll-ups and shit, and whenever guys like that go up against Zach, I always pick Zach to win, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Anyway, next up, we have got Tanahashi versus Juice.
I'd freak out for a Juice win here, but I did go with Tanahashi.
You did? Yeah, I believe it or not, I went with Juice. I said, you know what? Juice seems to get a big upset every year. That's going to be his this year. Especially because Tanahashi put over Will last year, and we know he likes Juice. Yeah, I'm picking Juice to win this. This is going to be...
I hope you're right, man. I think that'd be huge for Juice. I really want him to get back on track in singles.
All right. Next up, Yano Evil.
I have Evil winning this.
Yeah, that's like... Yano is like this silly goofball, and Evil is just like, oh, you're going to try and swing for my balls? Yeah, I hope you enjoy me literally destroying you with my foot on your balls as you try to go for mine, because, you know, nobody out low blows Evil right now, I feel like.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, next up, Goto Naito.
I have Naito winning this.
This is like the ultimate Goto match. Like, he's going to try so hard, and he is going to do so well against Naito, and then it's like he's going to go for a GTR, and Naito's going to reverse it into a Destino, and that's just going to be it. Like, Goto's definition of always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yep, pretty much.
And even in this case, it's like he would have to get an IWGP title match if he would beat Naito too. So that's like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Goto isn't box office enough to get a KOPW title match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, certainly not.
All right, Suzuki versus Yujiro.
I have Suzuki winning this.
Yeah, like, I could pick Yujiro and Yoshihashi against some dudes, but, like, it's fucking Suzuki, come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ibushi versus Cobb.
I have Ibushi winning this.
Same. And that's Cobb is kind of another one. Like, I know that Yujiro is the low man on the totem pole in the A block, but I feel like Cobb is, like, right above him. Like, Cobb is very clearly the number 9 in the A block in my mind. So he's another one that, like, I can pick him to beat some guys, but, like, Ibushi, Okada, certain guys are just untouchable to guys of Cobb's caliber in New Japan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okada Taichi.
I have Okada winning this, but it was tougher than you might think.
I know, I was the same. I think I even had Taichi winning this at one point, and then I was just like, you know what? No, Okada's got this. Ospreay versus Jay White. This one was another one that I was like, I had Ospreay at one point, and then I switched, so I have Jay White winning.
I have Jay White winning as well.
Nice. Ishii versus Shingo.
I have Ishii winning this.
I have Shingo winning this. That's hilarious. Juice versus Yano.
I have Juice winning this.
You have Juice winning this? All right, nice. I have Juice winning this as well. Goto versus Zack.
I actually have Goto winning this.
Yeah, this is like one of those matchups where it's like Zack can pull his shit off on most guys, but you put him against the mountain of a man that is Hiroki Goto, that fucking slab of meat, and he's gonna get knocked around way more than he's gonna get his shit in, you know?
I just picture him trying to go for a submission and Goto like turns around into a GTR for the win, because like that's just kind of what I'm visualizing.
Yeah, and I'd also just kind of imagine him trying to do uppercuts and Goto just eating the shit out of them and then hitting with one forearm and knocking me into the other corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tanahashi versus Yoshihashi.
Tanahashi winning.
Yeah. Kenta Evil.
I have Evil winning this.
Same, man. We're both giving Evil a lot of points here. Naito Sonata.
I have Sonata winning this.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is a really big one. You said you picked Sonata. I went with Naito. It's one of those things where I get excited about upsets, but I just don't think it's going to happen on this show. Shingo Yujiro.
I believe I picked Shingo. Let me just see. Yeah, I did pick Shingo, yes.
Okay, I picked Yujiro, actually. This is one of the few matches that I had Yujiro winning. Man. Next up, Cobb versus White.
I have... Wait, hold on a second here. I feel like I lost my place here. You said Jeff Cobb versus Jay White's next, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, no, I was looking at it wrong. I apologize. I have Jay White winning.
You have Jay winning? This is one of the matches I actually gave to Cobb, so I was a little bit generous with Jeff Cobb this year. Okada Suzuki.
One of the matches I'm most looking forward to. I did give the win to Okada.
Dude, I'm going to be real with you. I actually had this listed as a time limit draw at one point. I was like, you know, these guys, every time, it's weird, because every time they have a title match, it goes 30 plus, sometimes even 40 plus minutes. But every time they have a G1 match, it always ends in like under 20 minutes. So I picked Suzuki to win straight up.
Oh, wow. Okay, giving Suzuki the win. I hope so. God, yeah. Every time Suzuki beats Okada, my heart flutters.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Ishii Taichi.
Fortunately, I have Taichi winning.
I do too, dude. That's hilarious. Ibushi Ospreay.
I have Ospreay winning this.
So do I. Wow. You surprised me with that. I really didn't think you would go there. All right. Goto Yano.
I have Goto winning.
Same. Sonata versus Zack.
I know Zack beat Sonata a little while back when the British heavyweight title was on the line, but Sonata generally has the SJ's number, so I went with Sonata.
I did as well. Juice Evil.
Evil.
I went with Juice here.
Dude, that honestly would be fucking awesome if Juice won.
Yeah, again, I have Juice with some really big wins, but like, you know, obviously not really totally in block contention. Knowing New Japan, Evil will probably Juice will be like 0-4 at this point, and Evil will beat him to knock him out of the block, and then Juice will win his last 4 matches.
Well, yeah, dude, because I even said to you that I could admit to having some unrealistic final records, which I will go over on the final days just to tell you what my records were. But I actually think I might have been more realistic with Juice than you, and that's crazy because you know how much I love Juice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I kept it pretty realistic for him.
How many wins did you end up Juice having in the end?
Dude, he ended up having a losing record. He was 4-5 for me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad, though. That's still hovering around the 500 mark. Anyway, Yoshihashi versus Naito.
I have Naito winning this.
Dude, I don't know why, but I hesitated with this. I think it's because Yoshihashi was going after Naito earlier in the year, or last year, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I really hesitated, but yeah, I went with Naito too, of course. Tanahashi Kenta.
I actually have Tanahashi winning this because I think Kenta beat him in the G1 last year. I could see Tanahashi getting his win back this year.
Yep, I also have Tanahashi winning here. Ishii, Takahashi.
Okay, let me just see.
Ishii versus Yujiro?
I have Ishii.
Yeah. Okada, Cobb.
I have Okada.
Same. Ospreay, Suzuki.
I have Suzuki.
I picked Will. Kind of a weird one, I know, but I don't know. I feel like Suzuki is the type of dude to see Will's body transformation and be like, let's get this guy fucking over.
Pretty much, yeah.
Taichi White.
I unfortunately have Taichi winning this.
Same. I love it when we both pick the same dreaded shit. Like Taichi beating Jay. Really, Taichi winning anything is like one of them. Evil beating anyone that we like is another one. Like, it's just funny to me when we pick the same shit that we both don't want to happen.
What really makes me cringe, because I've stopped like updating constantly, but I will say this was Jay White's first loss for me in the tournament.
Wow.
Just to keep track. And it's fucking Taichi, and it makes me want to die.
So he was 5-0 at that point. Damn.
Yeah.
Ibushi versus Shingo.
I have Ibushi winning this.
Nice. I actually picked Shingo on this. I think Shingo is going to kind of establish himself as a fringe main eventer in this tournament. I don't think he's going to win either block necessarily, but I think he is really going to hang with the stacked ass A card, or A block, I should say. And I think he's going to get some big wins. I have him beating Ibushi here, and I have him getting another big win in a couple nights after this as well. So, Hiroki Goto versus Yoshihashi.
I have Goto winning this.
Same. Toru Yano versus Zack.
I actually have Yano winning this.
Yep, I also do. Sonata Kenta.
I have Sonata winning this.
Hang on a sec. You said you had Sonata?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I had Sonata as well. Juice Naito.
I want Juice to win this particular match so bad because of what it would mean, but I wanted to keep it realistic, and realistically, I have Naito winning.
Oh god, I was so unrealistic. I picked Juice.
Dude, I hope you're right. I really do.
Dude, no, there's no fucking way though, because I have Juice beating Tanahashi and Naito and Evil. There's no...
Yeah, like, you know I adore Juice, but I didn't want you to call me out and be like, come on, John, you haven't beating all these people, so
no,
I really...
I'm busy calling myself out for making these stupid-ass picks.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. I actually can believe him beating Naito. Like, I really can. Just not enough to formally make the pick, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if he caught him in something... I wouldn't be shocked. I mean,
oh, you know what? I wanted to correct myself because earlier I said that I agreed with you on Yano beating Zack. I actually did have Zack beating Yano on that. I just misread a match.
Okay.
I did have Zack beating Yano. That being said, though, now I lost my spot. Where were we? We were just...
We're talking about Juice Naito, so next would be Tanahashi Evil.
Tanahashi Evil, yeah. And for Tanahashi Evil, I have Evil.
I actually had Tanahashi going over here.
Yeah, I gave Evil a lot of points. I didn't give him all 18. I didn't have him go undefeated, but I did have him get a lot of points. I had him, I'll just say it right now. Evil won the B block for me. So that kind of gives away that. That said, though, let's get into day 13, which I want to note, day 13 is in Osaka, which is a big a big upset city for New Japan. They love to have their upsets in Osaka.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that probably wasn't reflected in my picks, but what's the first match we're talking about?
Ishii Cobb.
I have Ishii.
So do I. That I do know that I agree with. Jay White versus Yujiro.
I have Jay White winning.
Same. Ospreay Taichi.
I have Ospreay.
Nice, same. That's surprising. I thought you'd pick Taichi there. Ibushi Suzuki.
I have Ibushi.
Yeah, I picked Ibushi too, but I'm starting to second guess that. I'm starting to feel like Suzuki might get a big upset win here. Okada Shingo, though, I will say, this is where I kind of took the Osaka thing into account. I picked Shingo to beat Okada.
And like I said, it wasn't reflected in my picks because I have Okada beating Shingo.
Yeah, I think that's going to be because last year Sonata beat Okada in Osaka.
Okay.
So, Yeah, that's like so Osaka. Anytime they do a big G1 show in Osaka, you can expect a big upset. Normally, even in the main event specifically. Yoshihashi versus ZSJ.
I believe I had ZSJ winning this.
Yeah. I really who have we gotten to Yoshihashi's first win yet? Have you like did he win a match already?
No, not for me.
Oh wow.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, he's 0-7. God damn. Yano versus Kenta.
I have Kenta winning this.
I have Yano winning this actually. Cause it's like I don't know. I do think Kenta's a better wrestler than Yano, but I also feel like Kenta's kind of new to this whole like cheating thing and like, you know, distracting the ref and hitting the ref and throwing the ref and doing low blows and using chairs and shit like that. I feel like Kenta's kind of new to all that stuff. Yano's the most experienced dude in the world when it comes to doing that shit though. So if Kenta tries to win with those tactics, Yano's going to turn that shit around on him real easy. I think Yano's winning this. And you said you picked Kenta?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting match to watch because that's like, is Kenta literally just gonna say like "fuck you" to Yano and just wrestle, like just really legitimately just wrestle Yano and like try and beat him with his actual wrestling ability, or is he gonna stoop to Yano's level like he's been doing in New Japan Strong, try using underhanded tactics and end up losing because Yano's better at those than him?
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll see.
Juice Sonata.
I have Sonata winning this.
Yep, same. Tanahashi Goto.
I have Tanahashi winning this.
Same, I love it. Naito Evil.
Big match for me here in the big B block, but I do have Naito winning.
Same, baby. I hope we're done with Evil in the main event scene. Ospreay Cobb.
Let's see here. I have Cobb winning to get his first win.
Well, it's not his first win for me, but I also had Cobb winning here, I think. Oh, actually, is it his first win? It might be. Okay, yeah, it is his first win for me as well. Wow, I did not realize that.
That's why I'm actually really surprised that that's reflected on your thing as well.
Yeah. All right, Ibushi versus Yujiro.
I have Ibushi winning.
You giggled.
Mainly because Yujiro has not won a match yet.
God, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah, that's funny. I also had Ibushi winning, by the way, but I actually do have Yujiro with a win by now. Shingo Taichi.
I have Shingo winning this.
Same. Minoru Suzuki versus Jay White. This match is going to be fun as hell.
I struggle with this because Suzuki beat Jay White in the last G1 match they had, but I honestly have him doing it again.
Yep.
I was tempted to give Jay White the win, but
I think I had the same exact struggle though, dude, because Suzuki, it's weird because Suzuki is like, oh, fuck Gaijin. They don't ever like earn respect around here. But then like at the same time, I feel like he's one of the most likely dudes in the company to put over Gaijin. So it was tough here because I really feel like Suzuki loves talking a bunch of shit on Gaijin and then losing to them. And he could have done the same thing with Jay here, but I just stuck with Suzuki here. Okada Ishii.
I really want Ishii to murder Okada again, but I got Okada getting the win here.
I also have Okada winning this. Yeah, this might even be like the Ishii gets mathematically eliminated match too, unfortunately. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, well, for him with this loss, I do have him at 500 at 4-4 at this point.
Right.
So, yeah.
Who's your best record in the A block at this point?
In the A block at this point, I think it would be Jay White actually.
With a what record?
6-2, but he beats Okada in the head-to-head, I think. So, because Okada has the same record as Jay White, but I'm thinking head-to-head. I think
did Jay beat Ishii?
I believe he did.
Okay, so he would have.
I'd have to go back a little bit, yeah.
Right, but Ishii would have been eliminated before this then. Yoshihashi versus Kenta. Oh, by the way, I do want to just say I also had Okada winning that last match against Ishii. Yoshihashi Kenta, though.
I have Kenta winning.
Yeah, he fucking better. Juice Zach.
I actually have Juice winning this.
Same. Yano Naito.
I actually have Yano winning this. That's
gonna be interesting, dude. Yes, I love it. Yano's got it. Yo, I really hope that we're both right about that because that is amazing. Goto Evil. I love these matches. Anytime we get Goto versus Evil, they're always fun.
I have Evil winning this one.
Same. Tanahashi Sonata.
I have Sonata going over.
Yes, so do I, dude. Yes. Ibushi Taichi.
I have Ibushi winning.
Kota. I have Ibushi winning as well. Cobb Yujiro.
I have Cobb winning.
Wow. Wait, did Yujiro win any matches?
No, I bitched him out.
You gave him 0 wins.
0 wins, yep. Goose egg.
Wow. See, and I have him beating Cobb here, and I basically imagine it being the same way that Kenta beat Cobb in the tournament.
Right.
Okada Ospreay, though.
I have Okada winning this.
Yeah, same. And with this win for me, Okada gets up to 12 points. Or 14. Wait. Did I do this wrong? What the hell? Did I change something? Hang on 1 second. I think I fucked something up. Oh, no. I'm looking at yours. Oh, my God. I'm so stupid. I'm literally looking at your fucking sheet. I was keeping track of your picks as well. This win for Okada, though, puts him up to 12 points for me in my A block, which it's interesting going into the final match. I'll talk about that then. Ishii versus Jay White, though. Who do you got?
I have Ishii. I have Jay White winning.
Yes, I also have Jay White winning. Now, let's talk about Shingo versus Suzuki.
I have Suzuki winning.
You have Suzuki winning. I have this match going to a time limit draw.
Interesting.
So let me explain here. I'm basically repeating what happened in the G1 26. I think that was the one that Kenny won, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I have Okada beating Ospreay earlier on in the night to get to 12 points. Shingo and Suzuki go into this match at 10 points apiece for me. And they both beat Okada head-to-head in the tournament, right?
Right.
So either one of them winning, that person would then win the block because they would have head-to-head wins over whoever they beat, and Okada, who is the only other person at 12 points. But I have it going to a time limit draw, which allows Okada to win the block.
All right.
Yeah. So convoluted as hell, but I like having fun with these, and that to me is a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
All right, next up, our final 5 matches and the finale of the B block. Tanahashi versus ZSJ first.
I have ZSJ winning.
I have Tanahashi winning that one. Goto versus Juice.
I have Juice winning.
Hang on a second. Something fucked up for me. Don't worry about it. It's not a you thing. It's my spreadsheet thing. My spreadsheet. No. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Anyway, you said you picked Juice?
Yes.
How? Give me 30 seconds, please.
Sure.
2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Now, you picked Juice, I picked Goto. Yano versus Yoshihashi.
I actually have Yoshihashi getting his first and only win on the final day of the B block, beating Yano.
Yeah, this was a win for Yoshihashi on my side as well. Naito Kenta.
I do have Naito winning.
Same, brother, same. Sonata Evil.
Which I think will determine the B block. I have Sonata winning.
Yep, I also have it determining the B block, but I have Evil winning. And I have Evil going all the way up to 14 points, giving him the most points in the entire tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the way that I had it set up in the last day was the Naito Kenta match. Kenta was already out of it. He was just trying to play spoiler. Naito was in a situation where he had to win in order to stay viable, and he won. And then it came down to Evil versus Sonata in a match where if Evil wins, he's in. If Sonata wins, Naito would be in. So Sonata is literally fighting for Naito, which makes everything tie together with the LIJ drama. I love that.
Very nice, very nice.
And he loses because it's Evil and they use Bullet Club tactics and all that shit. And for some reason, LIJ just doesn't feel like they should come out and help their brothers during matches when they're getting assaulted by multiple people. So whatever.
Yeah. Before we discuss our final, I will disclose the records that I have overall for my performers, just to give everybody a good idea. So I have Suzuki going 6-3.
Yep.
Shingo going 4-5.
Yep.
I have Jay going 7-2.
Yep.
Ishii going 4-5, which I unfortunately think is pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Okada going 7-2.
Wow.
Ospreay going
Wait,
4-5.
you said Okada going 7-2.
Yes.
I have Okada listed at 6-3 here for you.
Interesting. Did I do the math wrong somewhere?
I have you with Okada beating Yujiro, Taichi, Suzuki, or no, not Suzuki. Wait, hang on. Wait, you did have Okada beating Suzuki. That was my problem.
I did.
I'm the one that messed that up, not you. Okay, there we go. Now I fixed it, and now I have the Okada record correct.
Okay, so Okada 7-2, Ospreay 4-5.
Ospreay 4-5. Yep.
Jeff Cobb 2-7.
Yep.
Takahashi 0-9.
Yep.
Ibushi 7-2. Taichi 4-5.
Ibushi 7-2. Taichi 4-5. I have you with Taichi at 5-4.
Interesting.
This is probably a me problem again. Let's see. I have you with Taichi beating Cobb, Suzuki, Yujiro, Ishii, and White.
Okay, let me just go through that. God damn it. I probably made a mistake there. Taichi beats Jay White. Yeah. You know what? What did you say you have my record as?
5-4.
We'll go with that because either way, Jay White wins the block for me because I know for a fact I had him beating both Okada and Ibushi, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
we'll just say
that's
that.
cool.
I want to keep it going.
Yep.
And
should I say my records for the A block, or do you want to move on to the B block? For
no, you could say your records for the A block, and then I'll say my records for the B block. Then you say your records for the B block, and then we'll do our final.
I'm gonna just go from fewest wins to most wins, or points, I should say, not wins. I have Cobb and Yujiro tied at the bottom with 6 points apiece, so 3 and 6. Then I have a three-way tie: Taichi, Jay White, and Ishii, all at 4 wins apiece, so 8 points, so 4 and 5. Then I have a two-way tie at 10 points between Ibushi and Ospreay, a two-way tie at 11 points between Shingo and Suzuki, and Okada all by himself at the top with 12 points.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. B block records for me now. I have Sonata 8-1.
Yep,
which I know is not going to
points.
happen, but just what I was feeling. Evil 6-3.
Yep.
I have Naito 6-3.
Yep.
Kenta 5-4.
Yep.
Yoshihashi 1-8. Yano 3-6. I have Juice 4-5. Goto 4-5. So they end with the same record.
Yep.
I have Zach with 3-6, which kind of surprised me. I would think that a person of his caliber would have a winning record, but that's just how it came out.
Right.
And Tanahashi 5-4.
Yep. All right. Everything checks out. My projected points for the B block, I have got a three-way tie at 6 points. Yano, Yoshihashi, and Kenta. Then I have a two-way tie at 8 points. Tanahashi and Zach. Three-way tie at 10 points between Juice, Goto, and Sonata. Naito at 12, Evil at 14.
Awesome. So my G1 final is Jay White versus Sonata, which I think that final is very intriguing.
Yeah.
But I do have Jay White going over, like I've been saying for a while now. And Jay White wins G1 Climax 30.
Wow, yeah, I love it. I love it. Mine is Okada Evil, with Okada getting revenge for losing the New Japan Cup earlier this year.
That makes a lot of sense to me. And yeah, I can see why you'd get there. All right, guys. That was pretty much our predictions. We got them done at a good time.
Yeah, I'm surprised that took us less than an hour. What?
Well, dude, I think it's because, and really, we were so prepared. And I only say we because I know normally I'm underprepared for this, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll look at a schedule and I'll wing it. But I actually took the time to make a list before this, and that probably saved us a shit ton of time. So, yeah, absolutely. So,
bro,
guys,
I don't know if you were paying any attention at all to the chat, but fucking Chiefin has Sonata at 17 points.
Wow, that's even more than I have him at.
That's crazy.
Fucking wild.
I don't think anyone has ever gotten that many points in a G1 before, which isn't to say it can't happen, because there is precedent now for unprecedented things happening in the G1. But yeah, because remember last year, Ibushi winning, he was like the first one ever to win after doing some, I don't even remember. There was some kind of a first ever for Ibushi last year. I don't even remember what it was. Let me actually see if I can find it. G1 Climax 29. I almost typed 52. That would have been dumb. All right. Participants. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Ibushi. I forget who the champion was going into the tournament last year. Was it just Okada?
I thought it was. Last year, yeah, Okada was the champion.
Okay, that's what it was then. Ibushi was the first person to win the G1 from the same block as the champion.
Yeah, him signing, they were like, oh, fuck yes, finally, let's get to work.
Yeah. All right. I feel good though. I feel great about this. I'm really happy with these.
I'm really happy with my end result. Again, some of my records are a bit wonky, but I am proud of myself with how realistic I believe I kept it with Ishii and Juice of all people.
I think that the most unrealistic record that you gave out was Sonata with 16 points. I just don't think that's going to happen, but that doesn't mean that he can't still win the block. Like, literally give him one more loss, and there's nothing unrealistic about your predictions, I don't think.
Yeah, so I'm surprised, because, like, this took me, I would say, about 2 hours ultimately to put together, just typing it out and everything.
Yeah. But I would say it took me around a similar amount of time.
Yeah, so nicely done. All right, guys. I know you kind of shared your predictions with a lot of us. If you want to take that template, though, and kind of share your template on Twitter, you can add us, or if you're in the Discord, Discord's $3 a month in the Patreon. If you guys want to get in for October, or G1 will still be going on, it's a great value. And, yeah, be sure to like the video, comment down below, talk to us. So I'm just going to make it real simple as far as the comments go. Who's your A block winner?
Yes.
Who's your B block winner? And ultimately, who is your winner of G1 Climax 30? Click the bell icon for notifications and subscribe.
And I also want to ask too, if you think anybody's going to do anything crazy this year. Like last year, Jay White, for example, lost, I think, his first 4 matches, I want to say, and went on to win his block. And that was a first time ever. And Ibushi won the tournament from the same block as the champion, which might have been a first time ever, or at least a first time in a long time. So, and I would also I'm curious if anybody else has any crazy points predictions, like Chiefin thinking Sonata's going to win 17 points. That's like anything notable along those lines. I want you to tell us about that in your prediction, in your comment as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So be sure to click the bell icon and subscribe so you never again miss any of that Twitwell goodness. And I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 for the September 13th Fukuoka night show from Stardom. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll hand it over to Ash and take us home.
Absolutely, yeah. I know that the Stardom show is up, but it's a little bit loud. Dude, you want to do it like at 7:30?
Dude, I'd love to do it tonight.
Hell yeah, we'll do it. Fuck it. Fuck tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want the afternoon to myself. We're doing the Fukuoka show at 7:30. We're gonna go live in a half hour to live react to Stardom's Fukuoka show, the September 13th show, the last one from this past weekend that we haven't reacted to yet. And you know what? I'm gonna do some shit live right now. I'm gonna go on Stardom World. I'm gonna pull the show up. I'm gonna log in and I'm gonna check the timestamp to figure out how late we're gonna end up being live.
Probably a little after 9:30, brother, because the overall show is 2 hours, 1 minute, and 1 second. So
oh, you already had it pulled up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20101. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's great. We're gonna go live at 7:30. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
I love the energy. I'm fucking here for it. All right, guys, change of plans. We'll be doing Stardom at 7:30. Be sure to join us. And yeah, I'm gonna hand it over to Ash and take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you all enjoyed our G1 Climax 30 preview and predictions. If you did, remember to like the video. Make sure to leave a comment down in the description telling us who you think is going to win each block in the tournament overall, as well as any other sort of crazy, over-the-top, like bold predictions you might have about tournament points and wins and stuff like that. Very curious to see what other people believe. And all that being said, you can also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the bell icon to join the notification squad. Follow us on Twitter and on Twitch. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can also do that by subscribing on Twitch, buying our merch on Teespring, donating to our Patreon, and sharing this channel and this video with all your wrestling fan friends and letting them in on the best kept secret in the YouTube and Twitch wrestling communities. That's right. We are Twitwow, and we are the workhorses of the Y and T WCs. And we do hope that you will all be able to tune in here in just a little over a half hour for live reactions to another Stardom show. It'll be the third and final one of the week. We will be getting even more next week, though. I believe the 5-star finals actually happen on Saturday, which for us is like Friday night, Saturday morning-ish. But that's going to be so good. I can't freaking wait for that. That's a huge card. It's a huge show. And we've also got to remember, I don't know if you remembered this from last year, John, but the G1 or the 5-star Grand Prix finals match, like the two block winners, happens on the same day that they're determined. So, like, for example, if it ends up being Himeka versus Utami in the finals, that match will happen at the end of the show. So literally, it's like, oh, there are 8 5-star Grand Prix matches that are block matches that are planning on happening on the 19th. Well, guess what? There's another match happening that day too, and it's the fucking finals of the tournament. They really go fast.
Yeah, they do. I love that about Stardom, though.
Yeah. All right. All that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you all enjoyed. We hope that you're looking forward to Stardom tonight, New Japan Strong tomorrow night, and then Stardom again next week. And, of course, the G1 Climax starting this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And, of course, we just hope that you're all able to remember to stay tuned.